Hello champion, welcome to my math class. Today we are going to learn about quadratic equation. We are going to learn about how to solve quadratic equations with completing the square method. That's the main topic. Today we are going to learn about solving quadratic equation by using completing the square method. So welcome to my math class. Solving quadratic equation by completing the square. So we know how to complete the square. When you're given a square and you don't know how to complete it, we know by using the algebraic expression. But now we have our algebraic expression equated to 0 and we need to find the solution of x. How do you use completing the square method? So we say you can use this method as an alternative to the quadratic formula, which we already know how to use quadratic formula. So there are three basic steps in writing. So for example, which steps do we have? Three basic steps. First one, so the topic of today will be solving quadratic equation by completing the square. So for example, when you have the square, we say there are three basic steps in writing. So for example, you're given an equation x squared plus px plus q. You're given in the form of x plus a squared plus b. What do we do? The first steps, we say ignore q and just look at the first two terms. So what you need to do, you have given, this is what you've been given. We have x squared plus px plus q, and then that one is equal to 0. So the step one, we say ignore q and just look at the first two terms. So we'll ignore q and then we'll focus on x squared plus px. And then step two, rewrite x squared plus px as x plus p over 2 minus p over 2 squared because the p is not there. So the idea is we know that we have to find a root because we actually have to get the first, we have to make our first and second term to be perfect square. If you want to put it in perfect square, because if you take x plus a square, if you square it, you get a perfect square. And that's the same thing. The same here. We have x squared plus px. Now, and how do we change now? We will change this one as, it will be as x plus p over 2 square minus p over 2 square, because that one is not part of the bracket, because we say we take b over 2, b over 2 to get the root is the same as you take the b divided by 2. And then we say bring q back to get, so you bring the q back again after expanding from your expression. Now you know, okay, now I have that, I'll say x plus p over 2 square minus p over 2 square plus q. This is whatever we are going to deal with. Correct. Now, we say rewrite each expression in the form. So now let's assume we have rewrite each expression. We have a quadratic expression. We have a is equal to x squared plus 6x minus 7. Now, this is the expression that we have. Using the step here, we'll say we'll only focus on the first and second term. So the first term is x squared plus 6x. How do you complete square here? The rule, you say you just take b divided by 2. The second coefficient divided by 2. The second coefficient is 6 divided by 2. What do you get? You end up getting 3. Correct. Now you will say your formula will be, now it will be x plus 3, because that's the first term, square. Because here we have added, now the other one will be minus 3 squared. Because when you square this, you get a perfect square, minus 3 squared. Then you return back the negative 7. So your answer will be x plus 3 squared minus 9 minus 7. So from this scenario, we understand that we have x plus 3 squared minus 16. So from this scenario, we understand that this is our quadratic expression in complete square format. And actually, if you go back into quadratic, or if you are going to learn about parabola, you'll understand that the 3 and negative 16, they are the 3 which here will be -3 and -16, they are the vertices of a parabola where the vertices turns. Okay, turning point. Okay. Now, when you get this, what does the question say? Now, our solution now, if you're looking for the solution, if you're looking for the solution, this one now, we will equate it into 0. And then we have x plus 3 squared, which is a perfect square, minus 16 is equal to 0. Then take minus 16 the other side, you have x plus 3 squared is equal to 16. Find the square root. The square root of this one and the square root of that, you get x plus 3 is equal to plus or minus 4. Then you will have x is equal to plus or minus 4 minus 3. Then you say x is equal to minus, it will be minus 4 minus 3 or plus 4 minus 3. If you do that, then your answer will be x is equal to -7 or 1. These are the only solution. Wow. This is how you do. So when you're told to solve, you can automatically understand that. And what if you are told now, okay, we're told we have another question. It says x squared plus 4x minus 7 is equal to 0. By completing the square method, what do we do? By completing the square method, the same thing, the same format. What do? You say we have to write it in the format of x plus a square maybe plus b. So if it's in this format, what do? You just say we focus on the first. You say x plus the b is b divided by 2. 4 divided by 2, you get 2. So x plus 2 square minus 2 square then minus 7 is equal to 0. Then it will be x plus 2 square minus 4 minus 7 is equal to 0. X plus 2 square minus 11 equal to 0. Then how do you factorize in that case? Take -11 the other side. It becomes x plus 2 square is equal to 11. Find the square root. You say x plus 2 is equal to plus or minus root 11. So x is equal to plus root 11 minus 2, or x is equal to minus root 11 minus 2. This is the answer. And you leave it to your answer in sad form. See you at the top champion. Let's meet in my next math class. Bye-bye.